Two attempts to blow up a canister of volatile gas this morning at an alternative energy plant in Sylmar. Eyewitness News reporter Darsha Phillips joins us live from near the scene with the reason behind the planned explosion and why it was necessary to have two. Darsha.
John, well, good morning. Well, there were 3 tanks that needed to be breached. All 3 tanks had charges on them. Now, the first explosion detonated those 2 tanks, but the main tank was not breached. The second time, however, we did breach that main tank. And joining me right now is Commander Andrew Smith with the LAPD to talk a little bit about that second explosion, what was done and why was it successful.
Well, the second explosion, we put another charge on the valve on the tank, the main tank, and when that charge went off, the resulting explosion opened up the tank, so it's all good now.
And I know earlier this morning you did have that first explosion that we thought was rendered successful, but then later found out that that main tank had not been breached.
That's correct. We sent the robot down there, and it looked from the visual that we got through the robot that it was successful. Turns out when we sent our officers down there to take a look, the tank was still intact and we had not breached it, so that's why we had the second.
And I know this was a huge operation. You had several agencies coming together. A freeway was shut down. But you guys also prepared for this several weeks in advance, even notifying residents and businesses in this area in one of the largest notification systems LA has ever seen.
That's true. We use Nixle, of course, as we always do. We put it on our website. But we also use the reverse 911 system where we put out 150,000 phone calls in a reverse 911 manner so that all the people within a 5-mile radius of this blast area would know that to be expecting explosion Sunday morning.
Now, can you real quickly explain to us why we had to do it in this way, why we couldn't transport these tanks elsewhere and detonate them maybe somewhere in the desert? Why did we have to do it on site?
Sure, a couple of reasons. One, we weren't exactly sure what was inside of these tanks, and because of that and because of the volatile nature of the liquids or the combustibles inside of it, as we saw from the explosion just a month or 2 ago, we didn't think we could put them on the freeway and transport them someplace else without putting the community at too great of a risk. So the only way to do it was to do it here on site, detonate it when there's no one around, and then clean up the mess afterwards.
Well, great. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We definitely appreciate it. Now, this energy plant, it's called the Rainbow Energy Plant. It was first ran into problems last August when 2 men were critically injured from an explosion. This is why there was an investigation involved. We do not know why those tanks last August did explode. So right now the EPA is conducting a criminal investigation into this energy plant. Reporting live in Sylmar, Darsha Phillips, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.